Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if my T-shirt is any indication, I'll be talking about Sarah Jane Smith and the first episode of her spin-off series, The Sarah Jane Adventures. Really creative name, by the way. So I've been a big fan of Sarah Jane Smith. I enjoyed her in the classic series. I liked when she came back with Tennant and New Earth. Sorry, no, School Reunion. And, I've never seen the spin-off before because, I didn't really have it. But now that's in HBO, then I was like, oh, might as well watch it along with all the other Russell shows because Russell T Davies is coming back to Doctor Who. So I thought I'd just binge everything he's done with Doctor Who. Maybe some others, I don't know. And yeah, she's great. I mean, maybe that's just, I love full chemistry with John Poultry and Tom Baker. And it's cool that she got so overall. And when I first, heard about the show, it was a it was a children's drama, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that, because you know it's a kids show. I mean, I like some kids shows like Adventure Time or Gravity Falls or Avatar: The Last Airbender, but live action ones don't really do it for me because I don't know, they just don't. But I feel like this one's different because the kids in the show feel very real. They feel like very real people, well rounded, like actual children, and not just like joke machines. And Sarah Jane, Elizabeth Sladen is wonderful in it. She's kind of still has that like stylish quality, very warm and clever, and she has a lot of qualities that the Doctor does. That's probably why they're such good friends. And if you ask me, she's a better Doctor than Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. She acts more like the Doctor than Jodie does. So that not Jodie's fault. It's just how she's written. And when we saw her in School Reunion, she kind of like feels like she missed out on life ever since she stopped traveling with the Doctor. She didn't really have a purpose. But then now she has like a new start, a new like she has a new drive to help people and research things. And she's still a journalist, and I like Yasmin Page a lot. I think I think this Yasmin is better than the Yasmin we get in Doctor Who again. It's very typical like companion meeting the Doctor thing. Like Russell does this a lot in his first episodes. Like when Rose met the ninth Doctor, Martha met the 10th, or um, Gwen met Jack and Torchwood. The first like 5 minutes of the episode is from the companion's perspective and how they meet the Doctor or Sarah Jane or Jack. So it's very similar to that. It's a template. I think that works very well because let's say you don't really know Sarah Jane that much. You see her from Yasmin's perspective, then you get a better understanding of her than just thrusting her right in. I wasn't a huge fan of Yasmin's friend, Kelsey. She just seemed kind of rude. Like if you're rude to Sarah Jane, you're already on my bad list. But maybe she'll develop later in the series. I don't know. Is she a returning character? And from what little I've seen of Luke, I think he's okay. He's kind of funny because he was just born, so he's kind of oblivious to most things, but he still speaks English. It's kind of like a nice little like he's a genius, but he's also very immature in a way, not in an annoying way, just kind of in a human way. So I'd like to see how his relationship with Sarah Jane develops. He was like one of the only characters I knew about because he was in Journey's End and Stolen Oath in Doctor Who. So like that's pretty much the only two characters I knew about. Um, I'm kind of I'm kind of glad K9 wasn't in it that much. Like I know I'm kind of controversial, but I'm not the biggest fan of K9. I liked the villain of this episode, who was played by Moneypenny from the Pierce Brosnan James Bond movies. She just gives like a really hammy performance, and Russell's really good at just making very campy villains without going too over the top with it. Like he strikes a good middle balance there of like making it campy, but like in a funny way, not in a cringe way, like Batman and Robin or Batman Forever. He's able to tote that line. And yeah, I think, even though this is a children's show, I think a lot of adults could enjoy it. because the kids are written pretty realistically. It's still a fun adventure action show. The effects still bad, but that's BBC. What do you expect? Just clever dialogue, simplistic plot, but still fun to watch. You know, I feel like the first episodes of Doctor Who and Torchwood and Sarah Jane all have relatively simple plots, which kind of hooks the viewer in as they get a little bit more complex. That's what I've noticed so far. So yeah, I thought this was a good first episode. I'm gonna give it a C. That's not bad. That's good. You know, I'm just leaving room for episodes that are better than this one, or worse than this one. Who knows? I haven't seen this before. So like I said, I'm doing all these videos in order in which they came out. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a break from the Sarah Jane Adventures. I'll probably get back into it early to mid-May, because first I'm gonna be talking about Series 3 of Doctor Who, which I actually really love compared to the first two because it has Martha in it, and I just think Martha's a great character. And I'll also be talking about other things like Legend of the Sea Devils, because that's coming out in Easter Sunday, so I can't wait to talk about that. Hopefully it doesn't suck, probably will. I'll be doing videos on Better Call Saul, and This Is Us, and Princess Mononoke, and the final book in the Broken Oath trilogy, and Singing in the Rain, and some Sherlock Holmes books like The Sign of the Fool, and The Hobbit. So yeah, lots of videos coming up soon, guys. So if you're into that, subscribe. If you're into Sarah Jane Smith, still subscribe because, like I said, I'll be talking about her in mid-May. So until then, peace.